Stone. I'm talking about those temples that I have documented myself going back 37 years, and peace be upon him, the Grand Master Teacher, Dr. Yosef Ben-Yakinen, who opened up this whole African Nile Valley civilization to us, bringing brothers and sisters, and he himself started bringing brothers and sisters back, and I made the trip with him in 1981, never knowing that I would spend 37 years of my life returning back. So again, talking about, the question going back to the holidays, and we want to call on the great ones who, like Dr. Shakabusa Bar Shango, who wrote African People and European Holidays and Mental Genocide. So this is what we've got to do. We've got to go back and start to study those who put information before us, where we see that many Europeans have done everything trying to suppress, and now shutting down the printing presses and making sure that these books that many Grand Master teachers who put out there, that they're not out there. Shut down the black bookstores now. Shut that down. Don't let they found where's black folks getting their liberation from? It's those black bookstores. Shut those down. Don't let them be reading anymore. The books go out of print. Well, they go out of print. To write that book, or to put that book back out there, a book that may have cost maybe $10 now, they're going to charge $300. Okay, to put that book back out there. So we are at war. All right, in terms of the awakening of the African mind from the Ma'afa of what slavery done to us. And the Europeans know that. They know that as long as they can keep that mental slave, okay, which is worse than physical slavery, all right, because physical slavery, we can see our conditions, but mental slave is disguised and dressed up, okay, and then we're caught in this illusion of inclusion, okay, we're caught into one to assimilate, and the holidays play a major role in assimilating into the slave master system. And people don't like to hear these things, Carl, all right, because these holidays are dear to us, okay? We practice these things, and again, when you evoke the consciousness of the mind, then you have to think about it when you're actually practicing it, you see. But when you don't have nothing to...
Right, I want to interrupt you and ask you this, though. Right, Brother Kwesi, and Robert, I thank you for your call. But Brother Kwesi, you mentioned about the Bible. The Bible we see today, were Africans involved in creating what is now called the Bible? Because this is some discrepancy whether or not our people should believe what's in the King James version, or was there another version that was copied, or were the people in the Bible real, or was it just an allegory? What is going on with the Bible?
Well, when we say the Bible, as we speak of it as though it's one book, okay? And the Bible, it should be plural, it should be many books. It's just that the book that come down to us, the one that's most familiar to us, is the King James version of the Bible, and they have that on the front page. Those Bibles, you go into the hotels, and they have it in the drawer as King James Version. But by the way, they took that off of there because people were starting to question King James Version diligently compared and revised, okay? So people started to question that, okay? So when we look and go back, now you got the New American Bible, okay, 1901. So every country that came to power wrote their version of the Bible. So it's only until we go back and find where is your first Bible written at? Egypt. Where in Egypt? Alexandria, Egypt. What's the name of this Bible? The Septuagint version of the Bible, around 250 BCE. All right? Where did this Bible come from? Okay, this Bible came from the Torah. Okay, the Torah are known as the Pentateuch, or the first 5 books of Moses. Where was it written at? In Egypt. What's the date of this Bible? Around 500 years BC. What was it copied from? It was copied from earlier writings from Kemet, known as the Per-Amaru, and many other papyruses, thousands, if not millions of them, that were plundered by Aristotle for Alexander, that our children are taught to call the great. Nothing great about him. All right? Alexander the plunderer of Kemet, Alexander II, who got Aristotle to plunder temples up and down the Nile. Temples like what? Ibn-Sut, called Karnak today. Ibn-Rusut, called Luxor today. The temples of Haru, and many other temples. The temples of Menefer, the temples of On. Who is On, their ancestors called the temple of Ra, of the sun. So there are many, many temples that were plundered up and down the Nile, and it's from there as how the Western versions of the Bibles came into existence. Now, if one goes along with that they believe in the Bible that they have today, the King James Version of the Bible, or the 1901 America's version of the Bible, even Thomas Jefferson had a Bible. Everybody's writing Bibles. But if one goes along and say they believe that this is the infallible Word of God, then if you go to Leviticus chapter 21, verse 18, where you have a flat nose, you can't give praise to God. So a white racist theologian wrote that, and I always bring it up. Okay, so people can be shaken to the reality that these Bibles were written on printing presses in the English language. And here the very people that kidnapped us from the African continent are the very people that now are telling us that this is the Word of God. Now, how can we accept the fact that the